We are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love... EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Throw left side, complete to McLeod. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On second down, here's Mixon. And some room to run now. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Joe Mixon with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Warzone. That's the score, 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
High throw, but the catch is made. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. Jackson checks this down to Edwards out of the backfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. Toward the pylon, caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Adafe Owe there on the tackle. 2nd and 9. Here's Kaepernick. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now Kaepernick. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now a 2nd down and 6. And there goes Kaepernick. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Odafe Owe in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive...
They've got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. His throw incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Back to the air on second down. It's Kaepernick. Dumps it off to Mixon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
On second down now, Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Complete to Washington. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Boswell's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now, 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. It'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Throwing is Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Eluding the pressure right. First down and more for Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 33 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Quick completion here to Johnson. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Here's a give to Mixon. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. Nifty move. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On first down, Mixon. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. You can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
To throw is Kaepernick. This goes out wide from Mixon. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Snell on the shotgun handoff. Room here to run. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Kaepernick. Got to have this one. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. It's so close. He gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Steelers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Cameron Hayward able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. The Ravens on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Mixon, touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the fourth quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The fourth quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Boswell good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Second and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, it's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. 94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2nd and 6. Once again, they run with Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll go with Snell here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the 4th quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Kaepernick to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Washington. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. Snell, and inside the 20 before he's brought down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's a run with Mixon, and he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime, they've just likely won this thing in regulation. Extra point put through by Warzone, and they will take a 7-point lead. Warzone now to kick it away after the touchdown. Offense set at the line for this next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. One last shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty, and with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
It will definitely feel like that, because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for Pittsburgh, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.